Hi everyone, Renee here, and welcome to this week's Pick a Pile reading. So I had to skip out on last week's reading because of family stuff happening, but this week I'm back, so we're going to do a Pick a Pile reading. I wanted to do a little bit extra this week since I missed out on last week. So we have several decks being used. I randomly shuffled and chose a card for each of these three piles. Which one do you feel drawn to? Is it pile 1, pile 2, or pile number 3? Once you've made up your mind, you can look below at those timestamps and fast forward to your reading. And I think I forgot to say this is for the week of May 7th, 2023, so roughly from the 7th to the 14th or 15th of May, so the second week of May. And I hope you're having a great month so far. Thanks for watching. Hello, Group 1. So let's take a look at your pile that you chose for this week. Your first card, which is going to be your flower card for the week, is Anemone Windflower. And the message here is that of anticipation. And it reads, I felt like an arrow pulled back and ready to be launched into something big by A.B. Shepherd. It's all about being excited about something, waiting for something, anticipating something. So there's the first card. The second one is Tawny Goddess coming through with messages of conflict, physicality, and victory. Thirdly, we have your herb, which is Tangerine, energizes and balances for this week. And we have a stone for you, which is this one. It's rhodochrosite, and it says, soften your heart. Who needs it? Anyone grieving or really needing to grieve a major loss, a relationship expired, or an outdated idea of self. Okay, rhodochrosite. And the last oracle card here is Infinite Blessings number 17. All right, so I'm going to take a look at all these while I'm shuffling the tarot. And for you, Group 1, I mean, the colors seem to mesh pretty well. I would say we've got more earthy tones for you, not quite as orange as the tangerine there, but maybe orange, the tawny color. There's like the muted pinky brown earthy tones in both these cards, some muted tones in that card as well, with the anemone, which obviously it comes in different colors. So this is your color palette for this week. Utilize the color tawny, tangerine as the fruit or the herb or an essence in cooking, and then rhodochrosite as well. I'm looking at the themes. We've got anticipation, conflict, physicality, victory, energizing, balancing, softening your heart, and blessings. So for me, it looks like maybe you are anticipating some kind of a conflict this week, and you need something to remind you to kind of balance out and soften just a little bit. Maybe the message here is to not go into this situation with guns a-blazing, you know. Go into the situation with confidence. You know, she looks very confident. She looks like she could be confident without being, you know, harsh or cruel. She just looks like she could go into a situation with preparation, right? So I would say, yeah, maybe prepare for battle, but don't anticipate that it's absolutely 100% for sure going to be a battle, okay? Because we do have the message here of softening your heart. And then once this situation has resolved itself, or maybe you had to help resolve it, maybe it's a conflict with another person. Once that's softened, settled, whatever, infinite blessings are in store for you. So let's see what we get with the tarot. Maybe we'll get some more about this. Maybe we'll get just additional information about your week. We have 10 of Cups. We have Knight of Cups. 6 of Cups. Well, a lot of emotional cards the Death card. There's Scorpio energy. And look at all these cups. You saw me shuffle these cards. This is an emotional week for you, okay? I would say maybe you are a Scorpio with all this water energy plus the Death card, which is the Scorpio card. There was just a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. It was also a full moon in Scorpio, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Full moon in Scorpio, lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Very heavy, heavy energy that tends to mark endings and new beginnings. The death of the old, the end of the matter. Maybe that's what's happening with all of this. It's the end of the conflict, and you are victorious in regards to this conflict, okay? And resolving this conflict, maybe it helps to energize and balance you as it prepares you for this new beginning. And we're looking here at the Ten of Cups, which is all about joy, bliss, happiness, family. You can see in this cute image, in this Paulina Tarot, that they are holding hands around this smiling, happy tree type critter, or, you know, character. And it's about joy, happiness, especially within a family unit. The Knight of Cups here, Six of Cups, I feel like this is possibly something resurfacing from the past. It could be someone resurfacing from the past. But I feel like with the Death card right after these two, that it's more a sense of you being excited to begin something new that is not quite brand new. Maybe you started this, maybe you dreamed about this years ago or when you were young or little. So it is new in the sense that it's fresh and new right now. But with the Six of Cups, we have a nostalgia card. So it could be something you've thought about doing for many years or started doing when you were young or younger and you didn't finish it or you didn't follow through. I kind of get the sense of, you know, like, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you want to be a musician, an artist, thespian, you know, whatever? But then life kind of got in the way and you had to earn money quickly to support a family, or you were coerced by peers, parents, and pressure to take a different path. This would be going back to that thing that you're very passionate about, returning to the thing that you love or loved, that you've missed, that's been missing for a while. And definitely the heavy yet important energy of this lunar eclipse plays a part in this week because it just happened a few days ago. It happened on, well, the 5th or the 6th, I think, depending on where you live here on the planet. Okay? That's kind of the sense of what's happening here. That's what I'm getting. And then the Three of Cups is another joyful card. It's also reunions. It's having support. It's also about having fun. It kind of echoes the soften your heart here. It can also maybe allude to the anticipation energy of the anemone card here. Maybe something this weekend you've been anticipating. It's a party, it's a get-together, it's a reunion, it's something fun that you've been looking forward to for a really long time. So, I mean, sorry, the table just wiggled. Overall, for you, Group 1, it looks to be like an energy of fierceness that kind of energizes you and forces you into this change. This could be bravery as well. Maybe it's bravery of quitting a job that you just are miserable doing and then doing something that you obviously are very passionate about, something that you love very much. Take that type of context and apply it to you as an individual, because these readings get seen by several people. So for some of you, this might have to do with a relationship or a family situation or a school situation. It might not have to do with a work situation. But it's whatever it is, the situation has forced you to be strong and brave. And that kind of bravery, that strength that comes from, I mean, look, we have a lion here, which, you know, we know is in the typical strength card of the tarot. is the lion, but it's also courage. The lion is a symbol of courage. So that courage is kind of what catapults and forces this change to happen. And amidst the change, it's difficult, but also after the change, you feel energized, you feel balanced, you feel softened. Your heart is softened. Cups are emotions and the heart. In some decks, the cup suit is known as the heart suit. Actually, in a regular card deck, you could do tarot readings with a regular card deck, poker deck, whatever. And the hearts are the cups. It's the heart. It's the emotions. So this situation is bringing everything back to the heart center, okay? And when you make decisions, make moves, choices that come from the heart, that's what brings you infinite blessings. All right, group one? And you are making it happen this week, okay? You're making it all happen. And it's an emotional week. A little tough maybe at the beginning, but it's emotional. After the tough obstacle, challenge, end, whatever, it's very, very blissful energy with the 10, the Knight, the 6, and the 3 of Cups. They're all just very joyful, blissful, happy cards and happy omens for you this week, group one. I hope this helps you, and I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group two. How are you? If you chose the second pile, this is your reading for this second week of May 2023. Your first card's your flower card, and for you, we have Magnolia, nobility and self-esteem. There's nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self, and that's Ernest Hemingway. Okay, it's all about self-esteem. Second out for you, we have Lime Goddess, collaboration, cooperation, and groups. It's also the sign of Libra. All right, third out, this is your herb card, and we have Vetiver, comforts fears and restores spirits. And fourth, we have this stone for you, which is Peridot. Interesting, because Peridot is also the stone featured in the Lime card. So group two, Peridot is definitely your stone for this week. Magnetize your motivation. Who needs it? Brooders, the lackadaisical, anyone dreading those long winter nights. Well, now we're into spring in my neck of the woods. Where to put it? Wherever you give chase to love, money, power, joy. When to use it? When you're not applying yourself. Success isn't something to be afraid of. You have permission to unabashedly go for it. Power up with Peridot and enjoy the ride. Magnetize your motivation with this Peridot. Lovely lime green stone. And your last oracle card is Make-A-Wish #1. So as you can see from the cards, your color for this week is definitely going to be this lime green, this bright green, okay? And your stone for this week is going to be Peridot. So I would say incorporate lime green and Peridot into your week. As I'm shuffling, I'm going to take a look at these oracle cards. All right, self-esteem, collaboration, cooperation, groups, comforting fears and restoring your spirits. So there's a sense of you being courageous enough to either be part of a group or to collaborate with other people. And it's something that actually helps to motivate you. Whoops, if I don't drop this deck. So I feel like for most of you, maybe you have the choice this week to work with others or show your work to others, and you're a little bit afraid of it. It looks like you will have the self-esteem, the bravery, the courage to either work with a group, show your work to a group, start a group, join a group, something that has to do with you and other people. it might be meeting new people. Maybe you are a member of some kind of a group, but you've been afraid to go to any of their outings or something like that. Or maybe you're in school and you've been afraid to strike up a conversation with a couple people in a class you have that you feel you have things in common with. Well, you're getting this little bit of motivation from your guides this week to be a part of a group in general, all right? And with that comes strength and also wishes coming true. So in a nutshell, so far, you being a part of a group, or again, showing your work to a group, sharing something with other people, is going to eventually result in some wishes of yours coming true. Okay? It's putting yourself out there. Put yourself out there this week, group 2. Let's see what else I can tell you with the tarot. We have the Devil. That could be fears. Could be a few different things. 6 of Coins. Knight of Coins. The Hierophant. And 3 of Coins. I had a feeling we were going to get another coin card. So like group 1's reading, you seem to have one suit repeating itself, which helps me to hone in on what your reading is all about. We've got coins here. 6, Knight, and the 3. Okay? So your fears might have to do with money, finances, your work. Some of your fears might have to do with your health. Okay? What we're getting here, especially with the 6, is you accepting help. Maybe that's where this comes in. Maybe you've been dealing with something all on your own, all alone, when there are people around you who would be willing to help you or talk it through with you. This is someone helping you or offering assistance or offering advice or help. Or it can be you offering someone else assistance, advice, or help. Okay? So in essence with that, accept help. If you are offered assistance or help, accept it. And if you feel someone else is in the need of help or assistance, then offer it, okay? The Knight of Coins, I feel, coming after that, it's a slow but steady night. It's showing you that with assistance from others, there's slow and steady progress. For some of you, maybe you have a health condition or something's going on and you're not sure what. And you've been afraid to go to the doctor because you think it's the worst. It could be the worst thing possible. This is your message here to make an appointment, get a general checkup, whatever it is, and you're going to get some help. Maybe it's an easy fix. Maybe you're, who knows? Maybe you're just low on vitamin D. That seems to be a common thing with people lately. Could be an easy fix. A slow but steady improvement is in store for you, okay? Whatever the situation is, finances, health, whatever. Doing something very regimented or scheduled is going to benefit you as well. Keeping a schedule, having a schedule, keeping a journal, a day-to-day list of things you do or want to accomplish or goals, or if you're worried about your health, maybe jot down what you eat and what you are doing, how many miles or whatever you've walked. Doing something regularly every day, like repeating something, having a schedule or regimen, is going to benefit you to reaching and help you to achieve goals. And again, we have the 3 of Coins, which is also very much a group card. They're working together. So the message here is you're not on your own. There are people who will work with you or help you. A group dynamic will definitely benefit you in some way. And I want to draw just a little more on the Devil card, even though I do feel like it's definitely your fears. We have comforting fears here. So that's kind of where I get that meaning from, where it's repeated in a sense. Yes, look at that, the Nine of Swords. It's just validating. The Nine of Swords is fear, worry, anxiety. Fear, worry, anxiety are the things that are stopping you from accepting help, or joining a group, or accepting assistance, or showing your stuff, or sharing your information with a group. Fear, anxiety, that's what's going to trip you up. So once you get past that, everything's going to be progressively better. Slowly but surely. The Knight of Coins is very slow, but he's very, very reliable and steady and moves at a very realistic pace to a goal, if that makes sense, okay? So essentially for you, group 2, we've got lime green, peridot, obviously your color and your stone for the week. In some way, you might want to utilize vetiver, especially to get past this fear of being a part of a group or whatever this is for you individually. It's going to be different for all of you. But this will help you to move past the fears and into success of a wish coming true. Whether it's the wish of a successful project or successful business and you're working with other people, or the wish of having new friends. Well, you have to put yourself out there. You have to join a group or do something to manifest these things this week. All right? And it will happen this week, but you have to make the first move, and the first move is to move past your fears and put yourself out there and accept the hands that are offered to you. All right, group 2, I hope this helps you. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3, how are you? So let's see what your cards are for this second week of May. So your first card is Daffodil. That's your flower for the week. And it reads, rebirth and new beginnings. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings, Lao Tzu. Rebirth and new beginnings. I love that for you. And I will kind of echo what I mentioned in group 2's reading, that we did just have a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And you know, Scorpio is the 8th house of death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. Here is the rebirth this week happening for you. Group 3. Your second card is Amber Goddess with messages of ancestry, healing the past, and history. Card 3 for you, we have, let me try to pronounce this, Helichrysum. Helichrysum encourages forgiveness and promotes longevity. Looks kind of like a dandelion, but I don't think it is a dandelion. Helichrysum encourages forgiveness and promotes longevity. It'd be the perfect herb for you this week, group 3. And your stone for the week is Tigrai. Balance your whole being. Who needs it? The currently overthinking and mood swinging Geminis and Virgos. Tigrai is a golden brown quartz displaying a light reflecting optical phenomena known as chatoyance or cat's eye that appears just below the stone's surface. So when do you use this? When your thoughts are not your friends, when reading Jungian theories or attempting to decipher a Zen koan, when you're all roar and not enough purr, when only equanimity of mind, body, spirit, left brain, and right brain can get you square with the universe. Tigrai is your stone for the week. Also, of course, amber. Let's see what your last oracle card is. Laughter, number 47. Love that. Bright, beautiful image. So we're seeing kind of a color palette for you as well, group 3. We're seeing the yellows repeating, yellow flowers in particular. And we're also seeing the amber color repeating in all the cards. So your colors are yellow and this yellowish brown amber color. And your stones are, of course, amber and Tigrai. Okay. Which are both really beautiful and have strong energetic properties. Amber can help you to heal the past, let go of the past, face the past. And Tigrai, we read off the card already. So we've got rebirth and new beginnings, ancestry healing the past, forgiveness. So there's a theme here. Forgiving the past, forgiving yourself for something you did in the past, maybe forgiving someone else for something they did to you in the past. Those could be keys for you, Group 3, to start this new beginning. And I feel like as we go here sequentially through the cards, we've got the rebirth, healing the past, forgiveness, balance, and then laughter. So forgiveness brings lightness and laughter. Holding on to something, holding on to pain from the past, holding on to a grudge, holding on to fear or hate is heavy. It's a very heavy energy. And once you let go of that, you start to feel more balanced and light. And with that lightness comes laughter and joy, and that childlike sense of joy and innocence and laughter, and finding beauty and joy in the little things. So there's a little bit of a theme so far, Group 3. And it's going to be different for all of you. For some of you literally, you just want to learn about the past. And with that marks some kind of a new beginning. Maybe something you find about an ancestor sparks healing within you, or a new perspective on your life that brings you a lot of lightness and joy. Some of you, as I mentioned, it's about healing yourself, and it could involve forgiveness of some sort, whether you're forgiving someone else or yourself. And that in turn lightens the load, so to speak. Okay, so let's see what we get with the tarot. We have the Knight of Swords, King of Coins, Ten of Wands, Temperance, and the Queen of Wands. Interesting, interesting. Okay. We have 2 court cards here. Actually, 3 with that Knight. So in the Tiger Eye card, it does mention Geminis and Virgos. Okay, so I would say with the King of Coins energy, maybe you want to take a look and see where Virgo is in your chart. You know, is your Mars in Virgo? Is your Venus in Virgo? Your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign in Virgo? And learn more about that placement. That might help you somehow throughout this week. And also there's a lot of fire in your chart. Queen of Wands, she's usually a fire sign, Leo, sometimes Aries or Sagittarius. So pay attention to where there are fire signs in your chart as well, especially in your, I think they call it the trine or triad, which is sun, moon, rising sign. The most 3 important parts of your chart are sun, moon, and rising. Find out if there's fire there and read more and learn more about that. But we do have the Knight of Swords, so starting off the week with something that's very sudden, a little bit jarring, but also this Knight can be very brave. So going into something full force with courage is the energy of this Knight of Swords. Maybe what you're moving into is addressing some kind of a situation with the King of Coins from your past, a relationship from your past that involved a King of Coins. Or maybe King of Coins is representing a brother or a father or a son or a friend, or some relationship that has kind of prevented you from feeling fully healed up until now. Because the Knight is moving right towards this King, facing that person or that archetype or that type of issue with bravery. The Ten of Wands is telling us, yeah, it takes a lot of work. Absolutely, a lot of courage and a lot of work. Maybe you are actually, in reality, or literally addressing someone with an issue from the past. That's a possibility, and it takes a lot of work. But we do have temperance here, where a situation is tempered. So if that is the case, then the message here for you is that if you're afraid this situation's going to blow up and the other person is going to react in a horribly negative way, maybe they won't, is the message here of temperance, because the situation is slightly tempered and it might go a little bit better than you're thinking it will. Yes, it will take some work. Yeah, you're going to have to self-motivate, but there are forces tempering the situation and keeping it pretty kosher, keeping it pretty balanced, all right? Excuse me. And then we have the King of Wands here. Now, I feel this, for most of you, is describing you kind of at your best. At your best, you are this Queen of Wands. Even if it doesn't have to do with your signs, astrology, it has to do with someone being brave, courageous, sociable, laughing. She is sometimes the best hostess. She throws the best parties. She has a million friends. Everybody likes her. People are attracted to her bright, fun energy. And maybe that's you underneath this stuff that you're dealing with right now that's been heavy and holding you down and holding you back. Whether it's grieving or dealing with something from the past, or guilt, or blame, or shame, or a grudge. All those things are heavy, as depicted in this illustration here. It's like, it's a heavy burden to hold on to fear and anger and self-blame or loathing or shame or whatever. There's a sense of you rushing in and being brave and just doing it, doing the work, facing the fears, facing the past. With all of that bravery and that work comes maybe someone seeing your point of view finally, and things are balanced out, and also comes a new beginning. And here's interesting, I just noticed balance is right above temperance. So there's the repetitive idea of balance here for you, group 3. And then we have the laughter and the lightness and the joy that comes with dealing with or addressing something that maybe you haven't before this week, group 3. Kind of a heavy reading, but the main message here is if you're brave and you're facing something this week, it's going to result in something good. This message has repeated throughout this entire reading this week, and I feel that it has to do with the rebirth and new beginnings. It has to do with that lunar eclipse in Scorpio that occurred over the weekend. And so that's why that same thread is seen throughout these 3 readings, but in different ways for all 3. So very interesting, group 3. I hope this helps you. This reading, utilize amber if you have some. Amber is so healing. It's an ancient, it's not really a stone, it's resin, but it's ancient. Some pieces are millions of years old, and it truly does help one to heal the past. I would say utilize amber mostly, and maybe a little tiger eye if you are then ready to face a fear, a person, or an issue. Then you want that strength from the tiger eye to help you out. All right, group 3, I hope this helps you. Just know that moving into the weekend, this is the energy, the laughter, okay? All right, see you next time.